Good way to start. Big ol' yawn. Just giving it a second to let the stream catch up. Or the recording. Hi. Today we're going to be continuing on the Heartbreak stream. My camera got very orange all of a sudden. Just a second. I mean, I am like literally like under a giant orange light, but still too orange. Anyways, so yeah. Hold on a second, this music's a little loud for me. Okay. All right, yeah. Let me zoom out. So we're gonna be continuing on my little piece that I got working on here called Heartbreak. I still need to do the rendering for the pants and the hair, and then we can start playing around with the gradient shadows. Just trying a new thing. I've never worked with gradient maps before. I'm just trying to play around with it. I am in the middle of trying to write out the to-do list because I forgot to do that. I did remember to at least organize everything and add names for all the new layers. I think, hold on. Yeah. Like I had a rib glow, all this other stuff. Yeah. So we'll be getting to all that in just a second. I even still have the gradients that we put on. Oh, I forgot to name that one. Because this one wasn't part of any kind of group. This is just the lighting guide. All right, so just give me like 2 seconds to finish doing the notes. So this also, I guess, works for the stream as well. So we're gonna finish these shadows. Then we're gonna do the gradients. Then after that, we're gonna do the background. Once we got like a decent like color palette for the character, we're gonna make sure that the background and everything works with that as well. That's why I'm moving it back here. I think I usually would do it around the shadows, but this time around, I think I'm gonna do it after the gradient, so I can decide on the color of the character. Then we can worry about everything else. You know, the color of like the lighting, the color of the fire. I'm thinking maybe it has to be desaturated quite a bit so the character can stand out, but we'll have to see. Maybe her being like all shadowy will make it will help with it, but we'll see because I do have to like kind of create this texture. Why is this low opacity? I do have to create like this look and feel of, you know, it's almost like a brown for the like the base coat. And then it has like little circles and like unfinished circles of like yellow blending with some orange. Is there necessarily a red? I mean, there's like red in this area right here. This area right here. Like in the deepest of shadows, there's like a red. But otherwise, it's like all orange and yellows. Like these areas are all oranges and yellows. I mean, the little pen that I'm using is even blending in with it because I chose an orange. All right. I only say it like that because like I've always drawn fire, like, you know. I've always drawn fire like, you know, red, orange, yellow. Like that's always how I've drawn fire. But I try to keep like a good flow to the flames. I think I put a little bit more intention to the flames, almost like they're like a living thing. Which is a cool effect, not necessarily realistic, but you know. I think we can just call this background like mostly rendered. I don't think it's gonna need to be too detailed because it is gonna be a burning building, so it's just gonna be like a bunch of abstract, you know, lighting, some shadows to get some like, you know, support beams and stuff like that. And then after that we go to. I think after that we're gonna do the effects. That the fire that's coming out of her chest. I'm gonna go to chest fire. What do I call it on here? Heart fire. I guess heartburn would also work. I think that works with the for the pun, but like it's literally fire. It's not burn. Burn isn't like a anyways. So, and then after we did the heartburn, then we could do like some final lighting pass to make sure like she has all the rim lights and everything that she needs based on, you know, where the fire is. I've already got that pretty much worked out here. And then we can do final touches. Oop. I should have done this on the last stream, but I usually make my to-do list off stream, and that's why I didn't want to stop and do it. But it occurred to me while I was getting this ready. I was like, if I put this on stream, like it actually still makes sense because like it breaks down where, you know, how we're gonna be tackling this piece and what steps we're gonna be following. So it's not just, you know, what are we working on today? We have a to-do list to follow. Almost spilled that coffee all over me. The spout was like half hanging off my lip. Anyways. Go to... Let's try making this rib glow even brighter. Is that as bright as it can go? What if I like duplicate it? And then merge them. I think that makes it a little brighter if I merge them, but yeah, they don't work too well together. Also, I just realized, well, we could turn that off actually. All right, now we're gonna go with the pants. So they're just gonna do this on another layer. Pop. Pants render. So I'm thinking we could probably combine all these shadows into one layer. I don't think it needs to be separate. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. These are all overlays, right? No, only one of them's a multiply. On second thought, let's not do that. Because they're all at like different opacities and I don't want to do anything to that. I don't want to ruin that. Because like if I do notice that the shirt is like a little bit darker than the face shadows, a little more so than I was planning on. Probably go darker, right? Yeah. Then is this being an overlay making it not show up very well? Oh, that is what is happening. What if I do an addition? Hard light. Hard light might be the one I keep. It didn't do anything different, but hard light I think works for what I'm going. Because there's a literal light coming from inside of her. I want it to be a little bit more subtle. So maybe like that, around there. That's all the lights working together. All right, let's just jump right into the pants then. Not like that. We're not jumping into anybody's pants. Sorry, hold on. My slipper's coming off. It's cold. Just 1 second, let me check the camera. How am I looking? Do I look good? Do I look like I'm trying hard? Probably. I am. I'm like 90% forehead. It's alright though. We are what we are. Make this way smaller. Let's do like a general shadow first. Did she? Oh, I see what this is. This is the silhouette. That's what's making her dark. I could probably do the gradient from below to make sure that the face is more to the focus, but we'll try just shading first and then do the overall gradient. Make this multiply like the others. Put it around like 60 like the others. 60, 70, still like that. I don't know if there would be any shadow from. I think like the shadow would be like this. There'd be very little coming from below, like a little bit of like a reflective light. So I think after this piece, I'm gonna do something way smaller. So what I was just thinking while I was getting things ready was maybe I need to start doing some headshots of people and start working on some like faces just to like get a better handle on doing that digitally. Because a lot of the art that I see online, you know, this is just my perspective, is like people going really hard and just like really interesting like face shot. This isn't a slight, but like it does feel like 90% of the art I see is like anime girls, but like done in such a like extravagant way that it's like impressive. And I mean, you know, not to knock on it. Like, I think it's just, you know, the people who are very good at it are insane what they do. Like, I don't think I could compete with like the majority of like anime artists. Like, they are insanely good at what they do. Which is why I think I should try maybe like doing a little bit of that. See if I can get a better hand on their techniques. And it's also like something I rarely do. Like I feel like what always happens is I make this big piece and all I want to do is work on the face. But like I have to stop myself because I know that the face is not going to be, you can't really zoom in on the face and also keep all the other things. Unless you're doing like a very particular angle, like, you know, you're seeing somebody from above. That's probably the only like time you actually get to see the face and the background, and both of them are like detailed enough. So we'll see. I think if I do a face for one of these, I'll have like a better chance to like focus on a style and focus on a process instead of trying to make sure like everything's lined up correctly. Because I really, you know, like struggle with the, you know, trying to keep up with the background, trying to keep up with the lighting and the effects that are going on and the camera angle. I think just going for like a simple character will be like a great way to lost my train of thought. It'll just be a great way to like get some basics in, get some more like basic techniques in. We'll see. Maybe I'll even do like characters like, I don't know, some from One Punch, or I meant to say My Hero. Maybe even Chainsaw Man. I know that's popular with the kids now. I will 100% pretend I like it just to have a reason to draw it. Denji, that's an awesome character. I do love anime. It's just I have such a hard time like watching it because it's really hard to keep up with like subtitles, and I'm also too stubborn to watch a dub. That is actually not a dub. It's an L that I can't watch a dub. I respect, you know, I respect those who can watch dubs. It's just I just don't like it. With very few exceptions, you know, like the obvious ones. You know, Cowboy Bebop, Fooly Cooly had a great English voice cast. Space Dandy. I feel like Space Dandy works better as a dub because it just feels like the I want to say that the character feels American, Space Dandy himself, but now that I think about it, like I think like everything about his visuals are very Japanese as well. So I don't know, because there was like that whole thing where a whole bunch of Japanese character had like that, like a pompadour. It's like, so it feels American, but it also feels Japanese at the same time. It's very weird. There's probably like a reason for that. Like maybe they got into like, it's like the Gyaru. Gyaru is kind of like based off of American Girls. So that's a moment where it's like, it's a very Japanese thing, but it's a Japanese thing based on American culture. And there's probably other like cultural things that went into it that I just don't know about because I am but a lowly weeb. I'm a weeb that makes fun of other weebs. I leave all these details around the like, I don't know what you call this part of the pants. It's like the reinforced part where, you know, you put the belt and everything. I don't know enough pant terminology. How can I be a good artist if I don't know every single part of a pant? If anyone's curious, every pair of pants on a woman that I draw is like completely legit pants that actually have working pocket. I would not make one of my characters suffer with the lack of good pockets. I don't think I've drawn a character with the purse now that I think about it. I think it's because like I don't use a purse, so like I don't even like it doesn't even, it's not even a consideration in my head. I need to try that. Not wearing a purse, but you know, drawing people with purses. One of the hardest aspects of designing characters, especially like modern day characters, is like I have zero fashion sense. Like I'm wearing a Brockhampton shirt with a button up over it. Like that's my fashion. So like trying to draw like people with like good fashion is so insane. Like there's a artist on DeviantArt. I'm not sure what her full like name. Dye Me Like a Sunset. She's like they're like an artist on DeviantArt that I've been following since like, I don't know, high school. And they're really good at having like characters with like good fashion sense. Like they're wearing like very trendy clothes like at always. And like I'm always like impressed. Like it's very casual how like all the characters are like dressed in very trendy clothes, and it doesn't feel too insanely forced. Like, you know, they're not just wearing like big Chanel bags or whatever. They're like actually wearing kooky stuff that actually works together in an outfit, an ensemble. Yeah, my like entire range of clothes is just jeans and shirt. And they could be nice shirts, but they are just jeans and shirt. Men don't really have that many options as far as like accessorizing themselves and all that. That's why I got a ring. To kind of just like get a little bit more, you know, experiment. You know, big changes. You know, like I got a ring. Somebody stop me, I'm a crazy man. I do try like whenever I'm like making a character, I do give a peek at like fashion magazines, and even for like like higher end fashion, it does seem like men kind of just wear like shirts, like it might be like a jacket, like a nice jacket. Hang on, some of these shirt is getting onto the pant. Or like just a big coat, and that's a hard one because like it always gets really hot in any kind of jacket. Like I have some nice jackets, but like I only get to wear them like maybe once a week because like it gets warm and then cold and then warm and then cold. I love global warming and unpredictable weather. It's so based. It's so awesome. I mean, I love global, or well, I guess I hate global warming because of a lot of other reasons, you know, like the crisis, you know, the housing issues, you know, all that. And then, you know, like the more frequent natural disasters that hurt the impoverished people. But, you know, also that it, you know, makes it harder to predict when it can work. Let me also get rid of these energy. The heart fire. It's just making it really distracting to get the right amount of like blending. I'm just generally really bad at like keeping up with shows. I had to drop anime. I'm still like 7 episodes into Ergo Proxy. That was like the last anime I watched, and that was like all the way in when I was still going to college. So that would have been like 2-3 years ago. Community college, man. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna like extend a little bit here and then like blend it back in, so then we can like dial it back this way. What is that? I think I grabbed the scroll bar. I don't remember if Ergo Proxy was like, I'm sure it's good. I think I was just getting like it's a little bit of a slog. Like it's like a mystery, and then like you're not getting that many pieces to the mystery very quickly. Like it's like a slow burn, and that's what like kind of like made my anticipation like really die down. But like again, like I'm very stubborn on choosing things, so like once I stopped I was like, okay, but if I start again I have to finish what I was already starting. Like I don't like dropping shows, which makes it very inconvenient because like I still have like a whole bunch of shows. Like I don't even know what's going on in Attack on Titan. I'm sure only good things, only positive, very happy things are going on in Attack on Titan. And I mean, I long gave up the idea that I was gonna be like keeping up with the anime, like the seasonal type. Like, 2 things. I hate isekai and mech anime, so those are already off the list. Like I'm not interested in isekai whatsoever. I think I was interested in like some of the first isekai when it came out. Like I think I considered Re:Zero, and then immediately after that there was like, you know, like maybe 10 different isekai every season, and I was like, oh, I'm done. Like I'm not gonna step into this. I'm not gonna step like a single foot into this. You know, like I watched Sword Art Online. I'm done. I'm good. Like I didn't enjoy it. I don't like the idea of being in a video game. The fantasy worlds are always super boring. And I think like maybe some of them might be better at that. Like I heard Log Horizon was, you know, actually had like good world building. Slime, I reincarnated as a slime, supposedly has like really good like world building and like interesting races and creatures and all that. But it's just like, I don't know what it is that like drives me nuts about isekai, really. But again, to each their own. I get that, you know, like I think every single like anime fan like has like their own niches that they're super into. Like I mean, some people consider One Piece an anime, and I think that's cringe. Anyway, I think One Piece is good. It's just, you know, I hate the art style a lot. I really don't like the art style. Even like the quote unquote better art style, you know, like after the age gap and everybody like gets their super upgraded form, it's like they're still very ugly to me. Everything is ugly. Every single character is ugly. Like I don't know what you want me to say. And not even like the kind of ugly, because I do like ugly characters. I like ugly art styles, but not One Piece. It's crazy that that's the one that you know, lasted this long. And even though I wasn't into Bleach, at least you know, I got a lot of respect for Bleach. They have some amazing art in Bleach. And I mean, sure, you know, like One Piece has its moments, but like I know it's like an intentional art style. Like I can tell like this isn't what is his name? Never mind, I can't remember. It's something like something with the letter E. I know. Anyways, I can tell like that he's like a very good artist. He just chooses to use this like very like ugly art style because, you know, it's very expressive. It like gets, and it's very fun for people who enjoy One Piece. I'm just saying, you know, like sometimes some of the characters are so ugly that it's like, okay, but like why is this like a character at all? Like everybody's so ugly. But even, you know, as much as a hater as I want to be, that you know, the white beard, what is it? There's like a name for the arc. The arc that everybody talks about. Anyway, that is like I watched like clips of that from here and there, and that's like that is a great anime like arc moment, everything like that was insane. That's why I don't completely write it off, because like as much as I don't like the art style, I know it's got its moment. And that doesn't even just apply to like anime shows. I also have like a bunch of like normal shows I haven't caught up with. Like I know Stranger Things is one. I finished season 3, and then I haven't caught up to season 4. I don't know if it got split up into part 1 and part 2. I don't know if Stranger Things is done. Part of me really hopes that it's done, because I am very adamant about me believing that Stranger Things easily could have ended at season 1 and then chose not to, simply for the sake of having more seasons. They just wanted, you know, a multi-season show. And then season 2, exact same thing. You know, like they could have easily ended at season 2, and then they didn't. And then season 3 a little bit less so. Season 3, I think, I don't know if it's just like the pattern that I knew like it would come back because I was just used to it. But there was also like legitimate like elements that like it needed to be explained and at least like one more season, which I don't know if they do. I've heard some iffy things about the newest season, but you know, I'm still probably gonna watch it eventually. Okay. I don't know if this area right here would need like more shadow. Maybe just like a little bit like here. It's like a little. Maybe it catches like a little bit of the light, and then we can like even further like hide it in shadow. Just like smooth over it. Okay. And then I'm gonna add some more like of a flow to it. This stream is also probably only going to be the 2 hours that I usually schedule myself. I usually will go way over 2 hours, but this time I'm really gonna have to keep to that because I have like Christmas gifts that I need to start preparing for, some art gifts that I need to make sure get done. I got a commission from somebody at a local shop that I go to. So I need to make sure I at least try to get it started so I can have something to show him tomorrow. But like this, like I got like a painting that needs to be finished this week. Like has to, like there's no other option. It has to be finished. And I made the very silly choice of doing it in a medium that I've never tried before. And I'm gonna have to keep like working at it to make sure like it's, you know, it looks very good. I mean, it's just one for like a close friend. So like if I screw it up, like I don't think they're gonna hate me or anything. But it would be very embarrassing, and I'd feel bad like if I didn't like give it as much effort as I could. I've just been so like bad at like pulling myself away from like gaming, and it's crazy because they're not even games that I love right now. Like I've been playing Warhammer Darktide. I kind of hated it. I stopped and quit like twice. Like I played for an hour the first day I got it, and I was like, this game is garbage, and I threw it out. And I was like, you know what? I only got like one or two games. So one of them crashed. So you know, like let me give it like an actual try. Like another day. Then the next day I try it, and then it crashes almost immediately again. And then like I get really like annoyed by some of the like I kept failing missions, and like there was no explanation on why. And like I've already looked into it. Like there's no positives. You just waste time. That you don't get it, like, you know, you don't get as much money if you fail the mission, and you get like none of the extra bonuses that you would usually get for finishing a mission. I mean, obviously, but like if you're spending like 30 to 40 minutes on a mission and then you fail like at the last minute, all that work you put into it for those 30 to 40 minutes are almost, you know, completely useless. It just doesn't feel. So yeah, once I like failed a mission, like 2 missions in a row, I was like, all right, you know what? I quit again. But then again, I was already in a bad mood. So I was like, you know what? One more chance. It's got one more chance with me. I just didn't want to like completely write off a game that I bought, like because I was having like a bad day, or you know, I wasn't giving it a fair shake. And I think this most recent time, I finally got into like the swing of things where like, you know what? I'm seeing the mechanics. I'm seeing how it's balanced. It's not bad. There's still like a lot of stuff I legitimately don't like about the game. You know, like I've heard people give it like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, and like said that it's like one of the best multiplayer experiences that they've had. And I think that is like insane. Like there are so much better games in that style that are like superior that came out recently. Like they get a lot of this already. I don't know why the community is like this, but like the Deep Rock Galactic community, I've seen on their reviews just talking about how much everything is better in Deep Rock Galactic. but they're also right. Like, it is a way better game. Like, the balance is better. The individual classes are way more fun. The like runs of like, like we're doing this mission now, we're doing this mission now, we're doing this mission now. The currency, like, like the way you earn stuff for every mission is way better. So you like actually have an incentive to like finish specific contracts, finish specific missions. You're using why you even use this mission instead of other missions. Like, all of that is just way better balanced. Granted, it's had more time, but like, still, that's always the annoying argument. It's like, this game just came out, you got to give it time. It's like, yeah, but the game's competing with everybody else. Like, why does it get like a pass just because it came out? Like, you should have had a finished product already. Like, it's so irritating whenever a game just comes out and it's not even like remotely finished. And then like it's almost like you can't even complain about it because like people will just be like, oh, but it's like maybe they'll fix that later. It's like, okay, but we're here now. This isn't a game I plan on returning to over and over again. Like, this is a game I wanted to play for maybe like a couple of days. So if it's like maybe it'll get fixed down the line. I won't be there. I'll be moved on to whatever other game came out. Maybe Deep Rock Galactic, because that game is very, very fun. I'm like a fiend for Deep Rock Galactic. I'm an absolute monster for Deep Rock Galactic. Oops. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Well, hold on. Let me do like one last little, like, make the pants a little bit. No, this is really like hard to get. Just like let me do it like this. Oh, you can push down the pencil a little bit more. Pencil. Well, I guess it is a pencil. Okay. I think we're good. Let me turn her around, because I think I noticed earlier that, yeah, things are a little lopsided. I noticed whenever I was editing the video for last week's stream, that the way I was doing the face, like I could tell like this cheek especially was like really one-sided, and it's because I was doing it like from the wrong angle when I was filling it in. I was about to say, it felt like my pencil wasn't doing anything. Pen, pencil, whatever. Same thing. The other one's so good though. Well, this definitely does it, because this one's. I think I even knew when I was doing the under the chin, it looked lopsided, but I was okay with it. But now I'm not okay with it. An artist is allowed to change their mind. Everybody's allowed to change their mind. Let me also clip out this hair, because I forgot that there was a strand of hair like just across her nose. And this probably needs to be blended too. I just realized the nose isn't even straight. Yeah, hang on. Let's dial that back. Let's dial it back. Is the nose still not straight? Hang on a second. Wait, hold on. No, I got an even better idea. Okay, I see where this. Okay, I got really weird. I thought I was doing it on the wrong layer. This right here is where it's like really unbalanced. That's what's throwing everything off. And I also have like the nose a little bit more shadowed on this side. Try to blend that out. Higher here. Round that here. There we go. Nice and symmetrical.
Oh, whew. Stretch.
More coffee. We're getting there. Now we just need the hair. Oh, okay. Tiredness is getting to me. I'm not insanely tired today. I say that, but I'm probably going to be falling asleep in my chair. Okay. And then the last one, we're just going to need to do the hair. Beep, bop, make it multiply. Put it like 70%. Good as go. That's an erase. So she's going to be lit from below and behind. So let's try to starting with below. Then behind. It's going to be like a big rim light around her. I'm also gonna do like shadow from behind her ear, but try to keep it like smooth gradient. Okay, and also make sure her ears aren't getting caught in there. That's the opposite of an eraser. Is that a hair? Yeah, that's a hair. So just a little bit there, then obviously. And this ear. This one's a little bit more cut and dry. They don't have any hair covered up here. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm just working on a piece. Let me give you a little zoom out to see what we're going with. So this is just a piece that I'm working on. I call this one Heartbreak. It's just supposed to be basically like somebody, you know, really sad about like somebody that broke their heart, and then they have like a lot of like it's like as though their heart is actually like coming out of them. So this is kind of gonna be where we're going. Thank you. I like using this chalk brush. It's very good for blending, and it's got a nice gritty texture. But yeah, that's just what I'm working on right now. Now I am working on shadowing the hair, trying to get the lighting in. And then we're going to be using gradient maps, which are a theme that I started using recently. Yeah, right now it's just a hole, but I'll be actually like making like flame effects, but I'll try to like work those in later. Hold on. Instead of addition, let me make this like normal. So you can see here, like this is all going to be like coming from the hole in her chest, all this fire, and that's what's kind of like burning down the room around her. You can see like all the fire is going to be like pouring out of into the room. It's going to be fun. It's going to be... Yeah, I haven't used gradient maps before. It's just something I want to play around with, see how it does. It's pretty fun. You can get like really interesting things, like a nice reddish color on the gradients, but I'll have to keep playing with that and tweaking it. I did have like a lot of trouble getting the shirt color that I wanted, but I think we can work it out like as we go along. Let's see, where was I? Let's turn this one on. Turn the hair back. There we go. But yeah, gradient maps are really strong. They're like really fun to work with, and they're really strong. I don't know if it's like perfect for my style yet. Like I think I still have like a very loose style, so it doesn't work with it super well yet. But we'll have to see. That's not what I meant. I meant to go for an erase. Exactly. Yeah, like having that like flexibility is really fun. But I'm not sure. It's just gonna take practice. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just playing with a bunch of different like ideas. That way, it's more of an excuse for me to just be able to try a bunch of different techniques. Well, that's really crazy. I haven't used Procreate. Is that the ones that you do work on like an iPad with, or am I thinking of something else? Yeah, okay. I've seen a lot of like really great videos of people working on it, and it's always made me a little bit jealous that I don't have a iPad to do that with. Especially for like carrying around. It's made me consider getting an iPad just to have to like carry around. Yeah, gradient maps would be one of my favorite aspects of being able to use digital art is just having that like flexibility where you can change things on the fly. So like not being able to change gradients just sounds very confusing. How'd you get one for free? And where can I get one for free as well? What kind of college gives out free iPad? Is it like an art course? That's awesome though. Yeah, I've been thinking about getting the iPad, but like even like a used one is still like in the $200-$300 range. It's really hard for me to decide though. Like, do I want like a graphics tablet so I can draw directly on my tablet and not have this disconnect of looking at my screen and everything, or do I want an iPad so I can draw on the go? Yeah, that's what I've heard too. The layer limit is really crazy. But it looks so good. Why do people do so well on it? I don't understand. How is that possible? Yeah, it just seems like I would get like a lot more practice if I'm able to travel with it. But the layer limit, how am I gonna work with layer limit? Yeah, maybe because I think I'm good with like this graphics tablet, like the pen tablet. The like disconnect from a pen tablet to my screen is a little janky. But it's still something I can work with. I think an iPad would be like opening up an entirely new lane where I'd be able to do digital art on the go, and I wouldn't even have to bring a sketchbook around. Like I could plan around like my tablet, and I get way more digital practice. Because graphics out. You lucky dog. I do want one for Christmas, but we'll see. For the PC, the one that I'm using and I do recommend is Krita. Krita is a very good like completely free open source program for digital art. That's pretty comparable to Photoshop, because I used to use Photoshop CS6, but it has like an actual like complex brush engine, unlike GIMP. So it's not just like stamps; it's like an engine where like you have like blending modes and crazy stuff like that. And a pretty decent selection of like different kinds of like tips. Oh, this is not a good example. Hold on. So you can get like really crazy textures if you like look for them. Yeah, I heavily recommend Krita as far as like this one, especially because I think there was like another one that was really popular. I think it was I don't know if it was Procreate. It was something. There's like Photoshop, and then there's like a second one that everybody also uses. I think you can. I mean, you can like change the brush settings like on here. Clip Studio Paint, yeah. That was the one that I heard was like the big one that people used that wasn't Photoshop, but then they ended up recently switching to a monthly model, a subscription model. And that's why like a lot of people are like in the middle of like trying to find a new application that can like replace Photoshop and Clip Studio. And then I'm over here with my little free app and I'm like, yes, it feels good to have a free. Because I'm too cheap to buy things. I spend all my money on the tablet and then I don't pay for the program. And then also gradient maps. It also has gradient maps. So that was a cool thing that found out. I mean, then they also have like other good features, like, you know, like the mirror function where like it duplicates it based on where you place the middle point, the mirroring. Free is my favorite flavor. Yeah, I really am a big fan of Krita and all what it's got. I'm getting lost. I forgot what I was doing for a minute. Yeah, I feel like if I use my mirror function, I would have a very easy life. But I'm so stubborn about it. I think it's because like I've always like I spend a lot of time practicing to make eyes even. So like I just do it on my own and forget that I can just make it easy on myself. There's a lot of like tools that like art programs give you. And my brain is like, oh, I can't do that. That's cheating. I can't just, you know, use the tools. And then like after like months of using the like digital program, I'll be like, oh, maybe I should just, you know, make it easy on myself and just use the functions that it already gives me. Yeah, hands are fun. I love hands. I get a little bit too detailed with them and accidentally make them look old, but that's because they're fun. They're just fun. Yeah, eyes and hands were the things that I practiced really early on. I've heard like some artists say that like hands are like one of the best things to master, because then you could look like a really good artist without having to try too hard. Like if you can just do really good hands, a lot of people will be like, "Whoa, you must be like some kind of a deity." And then you can have like really messed up eyes. No one will notice. They'll be looking at the hands. Right now, my big thing is as far as like training, is that I still need like better practice with lighting. Yeah, exactly. Like they have like so many like opportunities to like stylize them, make them like oval hands, get them all twisted up and gnarly. Like here I'm trying to make them like look pointy because I wanted them to look very like stressed out, like she's like clawing at herself. But yeah, I love doing hand. There's a lot of emotion you can put in just the like hands and hand poses.
Don't cry.
Then sometimes you hear somebody be like, wow, I love the way you did the hands. And I'm like, listen, I know. How did I do it? Yeah, I have that right now. The canvas flipping is, they have like settings. I don't think that this will show up on the stream, but they have like a configure. And then they have like a bunch of keyboard shortcuts for like almost every function. A lot of them that I don't use, but you know, what can you do? You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And I am the horse. I am a very stubborn horse. Yeah. I can't even imagine like oh, I guess you could maybe buy like a little like, I don't know, like a numb keypad and maybe hook that up to an iPad so you can have like some keybinds. But otherwise, like, I cannot imagine trying to use any kind of art or digital art thing without like hotkeys. It makes so many things so much faster and easier. Yeah. Like, especially with like, I've always had the issue of, you know, like having wonky faces that are leaning to one side. This one's kind of hard to see because the angle isn't like perfectly in the middle. I just use 30 degrees because it's pretty close to straight. Hold on, let me show you. Like the center line is really hard to like actually get focused on or get the right like angle. Maybe the come on. Work with me here. Because it locks at like 15 degrees. So yeah, this is pretty close. Yeah, earlier in my streams, I had like a whole bunch of trouble trying to get this to work. What I should have done was I should have drawn her completely straight and then just turned her to make things easier. But I started out immediately like this. But, you know, that's how you get the wonky ink. Yeah. And the number one reason like I really benefit from digital art is I am really bad at head proportion. And even on this one, I had to like cut off her head and then like resize it like 3 or 4 times. Like my head sizes are huge by default. And so whenever I try to implement these like weird angles where you're like looking at her, like it really gets crazy. I'm really bad at that. And then, you know, on digital, you can just like cut the head off and just make it small. It took me like 3 or 4 tries for this one. Oop, wrong one. Yeah, I've gotten into like doing the stick figure. Let me turn off the background so I can draw. And then pick a good color. So what I always do is I always it's not on the layer. Come on, give me a good layer. I don't care. Let's see you there. So what I always do is I do like the head. I do the proportions here, like in this phase when I'm just drawing out the pose. But yeah, but even then, like I still mess up the head. Like even when I drew the head first and then the body after, like I still mess it up, and the head's too big. So let me see if I could fix that. Go away, go away, go. Be gone. There you go. And then you can get like a more reasonably sized head, and you can just constantly adjust it from there. That's been like a huge like help to my art, just like being able to like slow down and actually draw out the skeleton first. That's always been my issue. Like I immediately like jump into the drawing. I don't do any like prep work. I just go right into doing the like whatever's in my head, you know, like before it disappears. That's true. That's fair. I don't think I've done a character where the head is too small. It just feels very amateurish when the head is too big. Like whenever I see a big head, I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm back in high school, and you know, like I'm an anime artist with huge heads that should like fall over. I think it's more of one of those things where it's like it bothers me more than it bothers other people. Yeah, thumbnailing is almost like a cheat code. Like it is very, very useful, especially on pieces like this where like I can come up with like a bigger idea. I just need to like work it out first. Having like thumbnails to look at. I think I have mine somewhere over here. Where'd oh, here it is. Here it is. Let me see if it shows up on camera. Yeah, that's kind of like the secret of every artist is like we know exactly where every mistake is. So we hate, and I tell people like, and it's like I always tell people like, I hate my art until it's finished. Like as soon as I started, I'm excited. Like from 5% of the way through to 95% of the way through, it's all just like, this is the worst thing I've ever done. I hate this. This is all full of mistakes. Then that last 5%, it all comes together. And I'm like, oh, I did it again. What a master. What a true genius of art. I always had it in the bag. This is the thumbnails. Jesus Christ, it's hard to do on a flip camera. So you can tell like I actually ran through like a few iterations in order to get like a really crazy angle. Cause like I'm always like sure I can do the idea like normally, and then but what if I just like tilt the camera just to make things a little kooky, just to make things fun. I don't have that issue, thankfully. I've gotten over that hump where like I really hate my art. Most of the time, like I would say like 80% of my art I actually like really love, and it doesn't come back to me. Like I'm not like haunted by my art. I'm very much like a let's just get through it, let's get it finished. And then like a week after I'm finished, I'm like, you know what? I did way better on that than I thought. You know, like now that I look back at it, I freaked out over nothing. Yeah, a little bit of pizzazz. Right now I do like a lot of trippy camera angles. That's been my pizzazz. Like, let me see. Let me pull up some other art. What's a good one to look at? Sorry, hold on. I'm looking at for a specific piece. Let's see. This one was the one that I did. Yeah. So here's another one where it was like I could do this like little like magic witch boy, you know, just like sitting down vaping with like all these dead aliens around him. I could do that. Like it's already a pretty interesting piece. But then I was like, you know what? But let's also like just warp the camera like it's a fisheye lens and like everything is like turning into itself. I just hit my mic. And like I love like just taking it like just one step further just to make things like really crazy, because why not? It's fun. It gives more like challenge to me. And I don't know. It's just cool. Oh, thanks. I really had fun. See, I'm trying to get better at like planning things out for like colors and like lighting and how like it all comes together. So like this is another one where like I really like bend the camera just to make things look cool, make things look fun. Sorry. Yeah. No, I mean like it was just really just a nice little pizzazz. This is mixed media, so this is like actual like pen and ink drawing that I did, and then like I just did a bunch of like edits on top of it. Like his shirt was really like pale originally, so I had to like just darken everything. You can see like all the original. This is what like it originally looked like just from the scan. Oh yeah, animations. Animations are so tough. And I was talking to somebody about it. It's like I get so jealous because artists who can animate their art are like so you can express so much more ideas if you're able to like do like animations. Cause like it's like every single like frame and every single like piece of movement is like its own opportunity for like expressing an idea. It's so insane. Like, you know, like you can actually like see in like anime art like the amount of like different artists and who have like their own like special way of animating this kind of scene or that kind of scene is just so impressive and makes me mad because I can't animate, or I could potentially animate, but I'm already slow enough. Like I'm already like it takes me weeks to finish just like one of these drawings. Like I don't think I have what it takes to be an animator. And what you're actually seeing here, me on this piece, is I'm actually trying to crunch down my process a little bit. Like right now, it's mostly just me wanting to play with gradient maps because I think they look cool. But also, like I want to really like shorten up the amount of time I spend on every piece. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. Trying to figure out how to like simplify things without like making things look cheap, you know, like you want that good balance of the two. And then you see like really good artists who are like, you know, they'll whip out a piece in like a single day, like a single city. I think that's also what makes my pieces take so long. I think if I like really like sit down for like 6-7 hours, I can finish like a really good digital piece. But the issue is like I only spend like 2 hours a day because like I can't sit down working on a piece for that long. Like I lose my mind. I need some time off. I need some video games. I need a break. Yeah, that's always an important stuff. Like I watch a lot of stuff about animation artists, and they always talk about like trying to get like those simple forms. That way you can like turn it around at any angle, and it won't take like a million little items to like figure out what goes where. Like it just being able to simplify the forms of the figure that you're working on. A lot of fun stuff. Me, I'm just trying to figure out how to like make my pieces not take so long. I think what it always is for me, at least, is like I don't plan enough. I always like I have like the thumbnail sketch, and then like the other half of it is like just me spitballing ideas like while I'm working on it. Yeah, sometimes it really depends. Most of the time, it's like if I'm on a deadline, like it's just me working for myself. But like I'll set like deadlines in my head, and I like need to finish something this week. That's when I'm like, okay, now we're gonna spend like the 6 hours because, you know, I'm not leaving the seat until it's done because tomorrow I have to like post it on Instagram or whatever. Like the last piece I posted on Instagram, like I was just like, I wanted to do it in just one sitting, but like I could see that it was a really good piece and it needed more time. I was like, okay, 2 sittings. We'll stop for tonight and then work on it tomorrow because like I need sleep. Yeah, that's always fun. I think it's good to do like planning. I wish I did more planning, but like something about like whenever I'm like in the moment, I don't know how to stop myself and actually plan things out because it takes so long for me to like come up with a good idea that when it's there, I just gotta go in. I'm so excited to like work on it. That's probably a smart idea, but I am not a smart lad. Sometimes, I try to finish at least like the night before so I have it ready for tomorrow. So I think that at least gives me like some time where I can jump into it and like fix this or that. Like I had to do that for one of my last big like art stream piece. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Anytime now. A big file because I use like a million layers. So one of the like last things I did was whenever I was finished with this piece. Can I just turn this? Second. Okay, here we go. I was testing out some gradient maps, that's why I was using black and white. Where's the actual colors? Come on. Oh, here it is. Okay. There's the color. Yeah, so one of the last things I did was I added like a texture to everything. Where's the texture? Where? Oh, it was over here. isn't it? Oh, okay. So like I added like a texture to everything, like some just like splatters to give like everything like a grungy kind of moody feel. And I remember like at the last minute, I was like, you know what? I actually want it way brighter. Like I wanted it to be very noticeable. Because originally it was like maybe like this. So you could kind of tell like right here. There's like a little bit of texture there. And then like after sleeping on it and then looking back at it, I was like, you know what? It needs to go like at least like 20%, like at least like around this level. So like somebody could just notice like these little like hatchings I did here. So yeah, like just being able to sleep on it does like really like help. Where's eyes always like that? When did that happen? Oh, I'm missing a layer. Where's... Show me your... Where are all these turned off? Oh, there they are. There. Yeah, that was a fun one. And again, this one also took me like, I think it was 7 sessions, 8 sessions. Right now, that's where I'm at. It used to be like 10 to 12 sessions. So now that I'm down to like 7, that's pretty good. Still like more than I want. Like my dream is like 2 to 3. I wish I could finish a drawing in like 2 to 3 sessions. 2 to 3 like 2-hour sessions. But right now it's still like it's like hard locked at 7, and I need to figure out, you know, where I can slim things down, where I can trim things. Okay. One day we'll reach that that mythical land of finishing a drawing in one sitting. Oh my goodness, that's like myth. It's like that's not even real. I've only heard that in legend. The legend of like Japanese artists. I don't know how manga artists do it, but I've seen them. They get their work done quick. Unless they're Kentaro Miura. Rest in peace. One second. Let me grab something.
This is
Saying. So I'm putting this in the chat. This is a video that I found on YouTube of like a guy trying to figure out like the process for a character for artists from Japan, and he brings up that like he like manages to finish like all of his pieces in like a single day. Like for an entire year, he finished all of his pieces in a day, and like the amount of like detail that he has in it is insane. And let me also like put it up on the screen for a minute. Oh, why are you like that? Why are you an overlay for whatever reason? And then let me also straighten up the camera. So it's TPPO on YouTube. He does like a bunch of like drawings on YouTube or videos on YouTube, kind of like copying other artists' art style. He does an insanely good job of it, and tries to like learn their like different techniques by like copying people. And I thought this video was really good of like breaking down like the specific process that the artist uses. But it's also just like how in one day could you finish something like this? Like it's infuriating, it's inspiring all at once. It's like I just wish. Like I take like several days to finish a piece that's like pretty decent, pretty solid. You know, like I'll pat myself on the back. But I am nowhere near like being able to finish anything like that in like a single day. Not yet. One day. I can always. And I think he does explain like it is 100% like you just have to like be able to plan out your technique like really well. You really have to like know exactly what you're going to be doing. I mean, the fact that you made it even like 128 days is insane. I'm very lazy as an artist. I don't know if anybody's noticed on any of my streams, but like I'm a pretty lazy guy. Like I'll give up on a hard idea pretty quick. And like something like 128 days, like even like a monthly challenge, like doing like an Inktober where you just use ink for a month. I love ink drawings. I don't think I could do inks for a month. Figure studies, okay. Figure studies I can maybe do because I actually do love doing like figure studies. Those are really fun. But it would still be like really tough, like because just being able to like force myself to do something, especially if like I have like an idea that comes up and like I have to like make sure like I leave enough time to be able to get my other stuff done, the figure studies. That would really like be terrible. Yeah. Art and our true enemy, lack of sleep and schedules. There's two enemies. We have a lot of enemies actually as artists. And now we have robots to worry about, so that's good. We didn't have enough enemies. Yeah. I want to be like supportive of AI art because you know it's never fun being the guy that's like against advancements and stuff like that. But like it is very, I think it what the issue really is that it's a technology that exists in a place where it's all about monetization. So like you can't create AI as just something to help people, you know, like if it was just like something you could use to inspire other artists or, you know, as a tool to quickly generate a background, that way an actual artist could go over it and, you know, work on it, then it would be like a great thing actually, you know, like there's like auto noise and auto blending. There's a bunch of like AI that we already have for artists, but the issue is just like it's made for in a world where like people want to monetize it, so you don't get to see the people who use AI for good. You're seeing mostly the people who generate something from AI immediately try to like sell it or immediately try to like pose it as their own creative work. So it's like that's what's so nightmarish about it, where it's like you're seeing there's like maybe, I don't know, 5% of people who are like trying to use it in a really good and clever way, and then there's 90% of people who are like 95%, I don't remember the percentage, I already forgot, who are just like, you know, putting in the code, it generates a piece that's kind of okay, and then they immediately upload it. And like DeviantArt in like a week became like 30% like AI artwork, if even that, maybe even more. It was it's really it's a pain. You can still see it though, at least for now. You can still like tell some of the seams. Like one of the things that I always notice is like the pupils are always really messed up. I saw someone had like a Santa drawing and he had 3 eyebrows for some reason. Yeah, it really is annoying. And thankfully most of them are tagging it. Most of them like just tag like that it's AI generated artwork, but not all of them. And that's what upsets me. That's whenever I'm like 90% sure this is AI and there's no tags and no nothing. And those are the people that are trying to like actually, you know, like pose as like actual artists. And I mean, it could. Like, I'm not 100% against like people using AI for art, but it's just like the people who there's so many people taking advantage of it, and that really like puts a bad taste in your mouth where you almost don't even want to see it at all. Yeah. But I think people know. I think people are aware. I don't think it's doom yet. We're not there yet. It's very scary, but we're still going strong. Yeah. That's just that stuff is tragic. Like, I mean, even before like the huge AR explosion, there was like Art Breeder, where you could like make face shots for like D&D characters, and it's such a good tool, but it's also so painful because like that's a lane that people had for art where they would just do, you know, headshots for D&D characters, so people could have like just like maybe like a $10 little picture that you could use for your profile image. And you know, like having a website that's literally like you can change the eye shape, the eye side. Yeah, I got kind of snuck into an D&D group. They were like, "Hey, here's this weird game where you can draw a bunch of characters," and I was like, "Huh? Art? I can do that." And then I found out what D&D was, and I was like, "Oh, y'all, you guys tricked me. Like this wasn't what you guys told me at all. You told me it was like a post-apocalyptic game. This is all elves and orcs." And suddenly math. Yeah, exactly. But then it turns out I actually have like a very like, I love making graphs and charts and stuff like that. So like, it was a happy accident. Now I'm happily into D&D. But yeah, like that was like an entire lane for people, and that's like really sad. I mean, like I like doing commissions for D&D characters, but like AI can very easily supplant that because like characters aren't as permanent for people. So like it's very easy for them to be like, all right, let's just make, you know, use the AI art breeder for like 5 minutes to make a headshot for a character I'll be playing for like 2 weeks, instead of, you know, paying some guy like $10 online to do it for them. But I think there's enough people that are like aware of it, like people who are like very into art, you know, like not even like artists themselves. Like there are plenty of people who are into D&D who like love artists. They're not just in it for the art, they're in it for the people as well. And I think there's enough of them that like are willing to support, you know, those artists. I mean, like people still get commissions. Like I still get commissions. So like we're not in 100%, you know, like Armageddon territory yet. And on D&D, I'm gonna be running my own campaigns, or well, one shot. I have brothers that have always been like too lazy to like do it themselves, so now they're getting me to do it. Yeah. I got like the little like essential skin and everything. I've never DM'd before. I've always been the greedy little player. They're just like, no, you can DM, and then I can make characters. You do all the work. But now I'm having to like deal with people who are like, hey, what if I make a character that's entirely based around throwing urine? And it's like, what do I do with you? Like, what crate can I put you in, so I never have to have this discussion again? Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think I'll do all right. We'll see. I think I just have like players that are gonna be extremely goofy and extremely like you know, I don't know what if they have like a term for it, but like the type of people who intentionally do the dumbest thing possible. Not necessarily murder hobos, but you know, in that lane. So we'll have to see. All right, I think I'm pretty much good on this hair. Am I? That's the wrong. Oh, I don't remember if this was a DeviantArt thing. Oh, sorry, a Photoshop thing. You can also turn any brush into a pen, into an eraser, which is really useful. So I like using this chalk brush, and then like I can also erase using a chalk brush. So you can have the exact same like level of textures as though it was an eraser. And then you can also just like tweak your settings so you have like a... Okay, yeah, then you can also just like tweak your settings so you have like just a standard eraser. I just realized I was doing this on the wrong layer. Okay. I tried using GIMP for a while, and like whenever I found Krita, it was like, oh, thank goodness. Like I used Photoshop first. That was my first like digital art tool. So, you know, you get hooked on that, and then you go to GIMP and it's like, oh no, like there are so many settings that just don't exist on GIMP. And you know, like there's like no brush engine on GIMP and like all that stuff. It was a rough time. What am I missing? Oh, now I know what I was thinking of. So now I'm kind of like refinding tools that I've long since missed. And I don't know if there was like a setting for it, but like I could never find a tool that like had like sharp lines, like a brush that had sharp lines. And now I can do that again. I don't have to like. What I used to do was just like imagine if this was my brush, like I would have to do this, and then like erase the ends off of it to make it look sharper. Yeah, that like drove me nuts. Oh my goodness. GIMP is hard. It's very hard. Yeah, and I think there might be settings on GIMP in order to fix that, but it's just like I could not figure it out. It was hard. I was having a bad time. I know a little bit of how to like configure settings in order to make it work specifically to how you want. Like I'm using stabilizers to make things like a little bit more smooth and everything. But like it was a mess. It was a mess. I'm gonna kind of like soften the glare on over here. These don't catch as much light because this would be like further towards the center. They have light coming from below, and then they have light coming from around them from all the fire. All right. I think that is all the lighting. Well, actually, hold on. One last thing. I'm gonna do one last layer for just like the earrings and then her rings. Oops. Wrong. Make you multiply, put you like 60% so you match with everything else. These are too small to even notice anyways, but just like a little bit of shading so they don't look like super out there. Wait a second, when did I get on this layer? Oh no. Oh, I was doing this all on the wrong layer. Oh, why? Why? Does that include the earrings? Okay, no, just the ring. Classic. It only takes like 5 seconds anyway, so I'll survive. Okay, I got worried. I thought I was doing it on the wrong layer. Not twice. I only make mistakes. Truth. Never. I messed up whatever I was trying to say really bad. There we go. Now all the shading. Let me pull up my to-do list. Let me also put the background back up. What are you? Oh, that was the video I was trying to link to earlier. Yeah. I just want to get that one I mentioned because I thought it was a really good video. And I probably watched it like 3 or 4 times because I want to know what's the secret. What's the secret? How do you get the process so short? What's it extra? Okay. These are just like lighting references. There you are. Let me also turn the screen back right around. All right. So we have finished the shadows. Yeah. Then we're going to be doing the gradient map. All right. All right. So how did I do that? I think I made a copy of the group and then cut it out in flat. Which is weird because I can just take this out and then delete it. I'm gonna put this in like a gradient map. Then yeah, let's move these above because these are gonna be more lighting things. That way you can combine with all the other gradient maps when I get them up, down. And group those together too. Can't have enough layers of group. Alright. Mustache. A little bit more color. Let me put the base one down actually. Yeah, just those. All right, so next we're gonna do the hair. If I can cut this out. Whew, okay. So this is gonna be tough to. This is gonna be a tough shape. Let's try. Get around the earring. I'm gonna have to cut pieces out. Is that addition? What is that? Subtract. We need to make it add. I'm actually probably going to include the eyebrows as well. I don't know what color I'm thinking for the hair. Maybe I think red hair would be too obvious for a painting themed around fire. I don't like blonde. I don't think she would look good as a blonde. Brunette feels a little bit more natural. It's like ghost hair that just really extends way too far. This is not excruciating at all. This is just fun. Honestly, the reason why it's like so tough is because I have to understand what I even drew, and that isn't always easy. Figuring out what I drew. Sometimes it's just a good old shrug, just like a You tell me. This is why inkers have such issues sometimes with other people's drawings. Oh my god. I'm losing my mind. Please. Let this torture end. Beg of thee. We're almost there. We're almost there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I still have to cut pieces out, but. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, that's a lot of selection. So now we have to cut these little chunks out. We also have to add these eyebrows in because I completely forgot. Okay. That's don't ask about that shape. Then we're also gonna subtract this little chunk because the hair goes like over the ear, and there's still like a little tiny little chunk. Okay, I think we're good. Check over. Oh yeah, hold on. I already know this spot here. There's a little pocket where you can't see anything. Probably should do this too. Okay. So what I need from that is now the shadows. So we're gonna Control C, flat, Control V. Then we're also gonna get the base flat. So Control C, Control V. I don't know why that's not showing up the way it's supposed to. Say hair shadow. What are you doing over there? What? That? Can I fit this again? See, no. Anyways. Select. Can I reselect? Please, please, please. Okay. I forgot I also need the eyebrows. It did the same thing, didn't it? Yep. What in the world is happening? Why would it think that it needs to be down? Why? Why? Stop. I'm gonna scream. There we go. Okay. There. Jesus. Oh, Lord help me. Now we can merge these. All right. Now we can play with the color. Now we get to the fun part. Okay. Probably go to 9. We'll see. Filter. The other. No. Map. Gradient map. All right. Let's see what kooky colors we can come. Ooh. Oh. This is nice. It's kind of like already like preset to be like a just nice golden ombre. I don't even know ombre. Maybe we could get crazy. Ooh, this color really works because it actually like fits with the palette already. Wish I could zoom out. Whatever reason wasn't letting me. It's supposed to be a skin tone too, which is weird. This one's got even more. Skin cold. I'm gonna go with this one, but make this color more my tip. And let's play around with like the settings to make it a little bit more. So if I make this further. If I introduce like a little tone in between, maybe like saturated. Like a soft. Maybe it needs to be a lot more low keyed. I see. Okay. Okay. So we got the purplish warm tone with just like a little bit of like a more of a pink or a transition color. Just to make things a little bit more interesting. Might be a bit much for now, but we'll see how it comes. I don't know why I keep doing that. Okay, so now we can play with the shirt. I do want this to be like a warmish tone. It is like a see-through shirt where you can kind of see through her shirt. So it's gonna have like a bit of fleshy tone. Obviously, it's gonna have a black, but maybe not a direct black. Maybe something like a purplish. We're gonna have to maybe even make a custom one. But we'll see. That's not. But it could. This feels like the best, just straight out of the box. Although we're gonna have. It's not dark. That one doesn't even make. Yeah, I think we're gonna start with. Try to work it in there. So this one I want more of like a purplish skin tone. Red. Maybe more brown actually. Yeah, no, I actually like that shade. This one can be more of that like dark purple that I use a lot. My oops. More of a transition color. I think this needs to be. Oop, what are you doing? This should be more of a flesh color. So like way paler. Too much. Little pink. Gotta be just that right balance. It's hard to do with pants on. Am I even got? Okay. We got a little too comfy in my chair. Is it? Oh. I'm locking it. Sorry. All right, we are past the 2-hour mark, so we're probably going to be wrapping it up a little. I think I might just do the pants. We're going to call it. Cut up pants. What if I make the line art more of a black or do a hard burn? Linear burn. Overlay. Overlay is too crazy. Soft. Green. Overlay. I feel like I did that 3 times. Multiply. Am I on the right layer? I'm not even doing the right layer. Turn. Change. I'm gonna scream. I keep clicking the wrong layers. Overlay. Overlay. No. Luminosity. Interesting. It does kind of take some of the colors. I don't mean select. Linear burn. Linear burn's nice. It's just really dark. Color dodge. Whoa, no. Color. No. Burn. Burn does linear burn, but like way strong. So like, this doesn't like take enough tone, while burn takes way too. I wish it was like somewhere in between, like a slider that I could change. Behind makes addition. Hard light. Hard light is a good one. I like this one. We're gonna keep that one on for now. Ooh. All right. So that was just a little tangent. Then we're gonna do the pants, and then we're gonna call it tonight. These go above. Merge these two. Let's see what happens. Wait, what is... Oh, I see what's happening. I forgot to cut out the pants, and it's covering up the shirt. I was like, why is nothing working? This one should be a lot easier than the hair. Oop, oop. Here we go. Select, deselect. I should have made these gradient maps into separate layers too. All right, so then you get the. Let's see. You'd probably be like pale jeans, pale blue, pale. We could do another color too, like a green. The reddish colors would work good with the green. I'm gonna see if we can do a greenish color. That's the opposite of what I want, but ooh, I like this one. But more of like a, yeah, like a woodier tone. That's crazy. Stupid. Oh, wrong one. I may as well put this underneath everything, so then we can. I might have made a mistake. Oh, I know what I can do. So let's select replace. We're gonna invert it. Then we're gonna delete it off of everything else to make sure it's not going over the base. Okay, select, deselect. There you go. Now everything's neatly trimmed on where it should be. And I guess we can just delete that since all of them already have their own internal base colors. That way I can do the gradient. That's correct. All right. See, fun little trick. That's really cool. I love that light. Oh my god, that looks. Oh my god, I'm just going nuts. So. Sorry, I'm just being dumb right now. Only dumb here. Man, I only have my fan on a little, and I'm freezing. But as soon as I turn off my fan, I start getting hot again. Let's try this one and then deleting this mid-tone. Maybe making you more of a yellowish green. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. You need to be a brighter tone. I want it to look less shiny. Maybe this needs to be a little bit darker. What? Oh, it's probably this bluish tone that's making things weird. Or making things not transition as like I want it to. Oh, that's like perf. Well, almost. Okay. I think that's like the perfect amount of green, like really subtle green. I say that and I'm gonna tweak it a little bit more. I am never pleased. There we go. And then once we get into the lighting, we can add just like a yellow or an orange, whatever the dominant color will be probably an orange. You know, fire. And then that'll also mix with the greens in order to make things a little different. But that'll be later. And then tomorrow we actually get to do some fun stuff. Or, well, sorry, not tomorrow. Whoops. Next Tuesday. Let me double check. Hold on. Because eventually I am going to be I think the 27th I'm going to be on a trip. Okay, so yeah, next Tuesday should be the last stream of the year. Is that crazy to say? Anyways, so we're going to be working on the background. We are not going to be finishing within 2022, which is extremely sad and disappointing. But it is what it is. Like, I can't rush. Can't rush a good. So let's try to make the next stream very big one, like a very fun one. Missing anything? I do want to tweak the hair. Can I pull up the filter without having to redo the gradient map? Why? Why would it not preserve the gradient map? Oh god, so upsetting. Is there a way to see what it was like before the filter? Like, why can't I just go right back into the filter that I put onto it? Okay, hold on. Let's select from opaque, place. We can just take it back. Control C. Control. Control. Select these. Easy peasy, right back where before the haircut, which just means I have to do the gradient maps. Did the other ones I remember to do? The skin tone is also going to be a problem, but that should also be a pretty fix. Like from oh wait, whoa. I need to remember to actually make these into regular gradients. What did I use? I think I used the skin 3. Skin warm. Probably should have gone with this one actually. Alright. Okay. You know what? I actually don't think I need to add anything to this. That's really strange. Like, it's already kind of like super strong. And then I want to see if I can change this more to the purple that I usually use. Oh, let me change that back. Let me not do that. No. I think they had a better purple actually. Let's just change you into the orange that I had earlier. Okay, yes, I get it, but I need to move the screen. Oh, I'm so upset right now. Let me move the darn screen. Be stuck. Yes, get it. Click in the wrong window. Stop yelling at me. Give it more of an orangish hue. It'll get much more of an orange hue a bit later, but you know, just I'm not gonna tweak the skin jet. All right, we're gonna call it there. Let me turn on the other layers. Do the glows. I really want to make sure this rib look comes together because I think that's gonna be really awesome. Ooh. Oh, I did not mean to make that noise. Oops. Anyways, moving swiftly on. Turn you back into more of a addition, I think it was before. Can we turn you to something else? Something a little bit more solid. Luminosity is weird, but cool. I really hate when I click the wrong button. Overlay is interesting. Linear burn is crazy. Hold on, let me... Normal. Filter. Let me just change the color. Why is that not changing? Okay, okay, this does. All right. Change that back. Okay, and then we could play with these. Because I think this level of red is gonna change, is gonna make things look different. I think that's the one we're gonna keep. But just let me keep playing around for a second. Wow, that is trippy. Oh, screen does a good job too. Green and then hard. Green. I think we're gonna do hard. No, let's do green. Hard light is a little bit too overwhelming. Green kind of mixes with everything, but also keeps like enough of the stronger colors. I'm just planning for the thumbnail. Also, before that too. Yeah, I probably should have changed his base color to this before, way earlier. Because now we can actually get a better sense of what it's gonna look like. Let me turn off the energy, the heart line, the heart flame, heart fire. Okay. All right. I see what I'm cooking. I see what's cooking. All right, we're gonna have to count this into the color palette because I'm trying to decide the color palette for the character. That way she contrasts enough with the background itself. Just as a test. So I already mentioned this at the very start of things, but I might have to make the background a little bit more desaturated. I'm on an eraser. In order to make the character pop out a little bit more. So let's see how that looks. Yeah, you can get pretty desaturated. Still, like, obviously keep that like flame like color, like that fire color. Since it's in the background, like it still got an overwhelming influence, so it doesn't have to be 100%. Or else she's gonna be like, so you can still like go to like 50% of desaturation. Still keep still things pretty Okay, let's turn that off. Turn back on the energy line. Heart fire. Whatever. It's made up word. Heart flame. Heart fire. Okay. And you can tell, like, on the top right, this is where I'm gonna be doing like all the texture. This is where I'm gonna be doing like all the like swirly texture. All right, now let's see. And from there, we can actually tweak the color. Because I was messing with the saturation to make sure the pants don't stand out too much. But because now that I see how like desaturated the background is, I am going to be able to pick that up. So lots of playing around we're going to be able to do with the gradient maps in the next stream. Then we're going to move on to doing the background to get all these flames a little bit more logical and not like so overwhelming. I'm probably going to really have to tone out down the flames that come from our heart because it's actually making it so you can't even see the background. But that'll be later. Okay, and then let's see. So, the playing more with the gradient maps, doing the background, getting the heart flame textures, then we'll be able to put on the final layer of lighting, so she'll get like that glow around her. That's really missing because we have all the shadows, but we don't have any of the highlights and lighting, and that's going to be the like near the last step. And then from there we're going to balance everything to make sure everything works together. We're getting there. Maybe another 2-3 streams. I'm really unfortunate that it's going to be like it's going to go into next year, but I'm a slow artist. We're working on it. That's what this is for, right? I'm gonna have to sit down and think about what I'm gonna do for the next couple of pieces. Because I want to work on my process before I go back into my vampire streams, which I am very excited because the next one is I've already got like the layout and it's gonna look awesome. When it's gonna have like that and just enough of that gritty texture that I want for like my moody vampire drawings. Then the one after that I also have laid out. And that one's gonna look awesome. See, I think from there I'm gonna have to work on a few more ideas because I only have up to the next 2 vampires. And if I do this in 4s, I need another. Let me double check that. Oh well, you know it's not so. Hi there. I'm sorry, but you're actually catching me at the very end of my stream. I was literally just about to sign off. So just what you missed, Lizzie, is I did the last little bit of shading. I actually didn't think it's been a while since the last time you were here. Make things a little bit better. Okay, so I did all the shadowing on this character for the pants, the shirt, the hair, the skin, everything. And then I started cutting them apart so I can put individual gradient maps on everything. And then from there, that's pretty much all I got done today. I was a little slow and I can't go on for too long because I have some other art projects I need to work on for Christmas. you know. But yeah, then I'm gonna be putting in all these, the background. Then I'm gonna have like the fire coming out of her chest. That tear. No, you're fine. I just appreciate that you even bothered checking. I'll be here next week. Hopefully you can at least make that stream, because next week we're gonna be doing all the background fire. So we're gonna try to like work in these kind of looks, like all these swirls and everything looking like it's gonna be burning down the foundations. Yeah, so that next stream should be a really exciting. And we're also gonna be probably like tweaking the colors a little bit more. I want her to stand out. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff to work on for the next stream. All right, now I'm gonna do the sign off after I'm done stretching. Okay. All right. So, am I even on camera? 1 second. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you for being here, even if it was only for 5 minutes, or even if you're just watching the archive of the stream that'll be going up on my YouTube just after the stream. Be on the tower. See? Oh, that'd be awesome. I used a laptop for a long time, and it got me pretty far into my life, like 2 or 3 years of video games and just general use. But as soon as I got into this PC, it was a real big change. I love my PC. So happy. Anyway. So yeah, thank you for being here. Even if it was only for a minute, or if you're just watching the archive of the stream later. Be sure to check out my YouTube channel. I have the archive channel where it's just the full stream, just uploaded straight to YouTube for posterity mostly, but you know, have a good one, Lizzie. And then also check out my highlights channel where I upload the entire stream, and I also cut it down into 5-minute chunks. So you can see everything that I did in one stream. If you don't have the time to sit in for the full one, you can just watch the highlight and just see what I managed to get done in about 2 to 4 hours. Those are always really fun. And especially whenever I'm finished with the piece, I do a supercut. So you see everything from the very first little bits of line art that I do to the last little final touches, all in more of a bigger 10-minute time lapse. Be sure to check out my Instagram. That's linked down below. That's where I always post my most up-to-date art. And it's also just a few general stuff about my life. It's mostly art, but you know, sometimes I feel like posting something about myself. So yeah, check out my Instagram. That's usually where I'm at. Or my DeviantArt if you want to see maybe some older pieces, see where I've come from. Because I opened my DeviantArt back in like middle school. So you can really see some of my old stuff. And maybe some other pieces that I don't feel like necessarily deserves like a whole Instagram post about it. So you can check that out there on DeviantArt. You can look at the commission sheet down below. I have a commission rates. I might be working on that. We'll see. But yeah, you can check that out if you want me to draw your D&D character, your Vampire the Masquerade characters, any kind of characters. If you want me to draw like, I don't know, Batman, Hellboy, and anime figures, those can also apply to the commission sheet that you see down below. So check it out. Message me, email me. I'd love to talk to you and work something out. Commissions are very fun to do, and I work very hard to make sure that people are happy with what I'm finished with. And then there's also a donation link down below if you want to just drop a one-time donation. I'd really appreciate it. It's just, you know, it gives me more incentive to spend more time on here and put more effort into making this more of a full-time thing. Yeah, I just really appreciate anybody taking the time to look at this, spend time with me, just hang out, relax, talk. It's a good time. All right, I think that's pretty much wraps everything up. Yeah, I'll be here again tomorrow, next week at Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. and I'll see you then. Have a good one.